Good morning, one and all. My name is Praveen, and I'm pursuing EC in Savita Engineering College. So, I'm going to discuss a topic, revise about cardiac output measurement. So, now we are going to enter into the topic. So, cardiac output. So, what do you mean by cardiac output? Cardiac output is the amount of blood ejected by each ventricle in each minute. Normal value is nothing but uh, what is the least amount of value of blood can be generated by each ventricle in each minute. 5 to 6 liters per minute of blood generated through heart. So cardiac output has a formula which is known as cardiac output is equals to stroke volume into heart rate. So why we measure cardiac output? The aim of the cardiac output is nothing but mm, the, there are three aims in this. One is hemodynamic monitoring. So we are going to monitor the status of the patient through cardiac output. If the cardiac output is normal, the patient is normal. The cardiac output is the PQRST wave is slightly differing, or it has some delay in the PQRST wave, so it has some effects in the human being. So we have to check the circulating blood about all these. We can know through hemodynamic monitoring using cardiac output to optimize the oxygen delivery in critical ill patients, to access the blood flow to tissues. So these are the aims why we are measuring the cardiac output. So measurement of cardiac output, there are two methods of measuring the cardiac output. So one is direct method and indirect method. Direct method is involved in surgery, so they are not involved, so they are not using in these days. So indirect method is of simple procedure, so they are using in these days. So for theory purpose we are using the direct method, which is direct method or invasive means it is used in surgery. So oxygen fit method and indicator or dye dilution method. And indirect method or non-invasive methods, Doppler echocardiography and transthoracic echocardiography. So in this we are going to see about direct methods or invasive methods which are used in surgery but not done these days. They are using only indirect method now these days. So we are going to see about fixed method. So this is the diagram which will explain you about the fixed method. So we are seeing a stent catheter passing through the superior vena cava and aorta. So fixed method is based on the determination of cardiac output by the analysis of the gas keeping of the organism. Thus, the cardiac output can be calculated continuously infusing oxygen into the blood or removing it from blood and measuring amount of the oxygen in the blood before and after its passage. So, we are using fixed method to calculate the continuously infusing oxygen into the blood or removing it from blood. So, this method is used. Right? An equation of fixed method. So we are going to see about equation of fixed method. I is equals to C subscript of Q minus C subscript of VQ, or we can use this as Q will be taken as common and that Q will be sent this side and I will be coming this. So C of CA minus CB will be going divided. So let I be the amount of infused or removed oxygen per unit and is equal to the difference between the amounts in the blood arriving at and departing from the site of measurement. So Q is the cardiac output in terms of liters per minute. Ca and Cv are the concentration of oxygen in terms of milliliters oxygen per liter of blood in the arterial blood and mixed venous blood respectively. So this is about fixed method. Now we are going to see about the another method used in direct method, which is known as indicator dilution method or dye dilution method. Indicator dilution method is based on the principle that if we introduce an amount of dye, so if we are going to introduce using a syringe, or if we are dropping a drop of amount of dye or radioisotope as an indicator in the blood circulation who goes throughout the body, and then measuring the concentration of the indicator with respect to time at the measurement site, we can estimate the flow of the blood. So as it dissolves in blood, so it gets the concentration of the dye or radioisotope will be decreases as it reaches the as it reaches the flow of the blood. So this is about, so why we are using block diagram, why we are seeing about block diagram of thermodilution system. Here we have indicator, we can put some amount of dye or radioisotope in human blood and we can measure it. But the disadvantage is we have what are the I mean, limitations means. So if we are using indicator dilution method means the curve is something increases increases and reaches at some point, after it becomes constant, after it becomes reaches there, after it decreases. First it reaches and then makes a point and then it decreases. So we don't have a correct measurement, so we are using this block diagram of the thermodilution system. So here we are going to see about we are seeing a thermistor for blood temperature and thermistor for thermo indicator temperature, and that is passing through the indicator and microcomputer. It is processing through a timer or controller. It is, we are going to see it as a cardiac output display. So there are three methods here we are seeing. So the third method is cardiac output by impedance change. The cardiac output can be determined electronically by the impedance method. Here four probes method is adopted. The arrangement of the four electrodes surrounding the thorax. So here you can see this image. So one, two, three, four. Four electrodes are situated along the chest region of the human being. So there are four probes are attached to his skin of a human being. So where we can obtain the cardiac output through impedance change with the help of probes. The arrangement of the four electrodes surrounding the thorax, electrode pairs 1 and 4. So 1 and 4 situated along the left side of the chest. 1 and 4 and 2 and 3 are situated at the right side of the chest. So the arrangement of four electrodes surrounding the thorax. The electrodes pair 1 and 4 is used as current electrodes, and the electrodes pair 2 and 3 is used to pick up the voltage across the thorax. So this is about this is a little revision about the cardiac output measurement using direct method. In this we have seen about indicator dilution method, fixed method, and cardiac output measurement by impedance method. So in these three methods, we are measuring the cardiac output of a human being using different methods uh, to leave. I mean, to enhance the output accuracy. So this is about. Thank you for giving this opportunity, ma'am. Thank you.